Hello and welcome to Cappuccino! Yay! As you probably know, one hobby winter just happened and I thought we will do a video. I haven't done one of these kind in a while, and then I was thinking about, probably everyone is talking about it like always, and so I wanted to make it different. And take a look here. I will make a tier list of all the new figures that are painted, all the scale figures that are painted, simply because why not? Let's do it a little bit different. There were so many announcements, and as you can probably see, there are a lot of figures already in this tier list that I've created, which is basically 159 just the pre-painted scale figures alone. I didn't include pop-up parades, prize figures, nandoroids or figmas or something like this, and I also didn't include drafts or just the prototype of figures, simply because it's so much. It was again overwhelming. The amount of figures is overwhelming, and I just thought, let's do a comparison between all these scale figures that they've pre-painted, that some are already out for pre-order, and I will try to do this as objectively as possible. I will try to put my opinion behind everything. I want to try to compare their sculpt, painting, and everything else on these figures, and I will try my best to be as objectively about it as possible. Can't guarantee it, but I try my best. I hope for the best. So let's jump right into it, because there are so many. I will skip sometimes a bit of explanation, simply because they are maybe the same. And on this note, if you like this kind of game, let me know this. Write it down in the comments down below if you like this kind of take on the one hobby. And if you're interested, maybe you want to see the one with the pop-up parades, or the scale, the prize figures, or the nandoroids, or even just the prototypes, let me know down below. And also give me a like and subscribe maybe if you like what you saw, if you like this kind of content, just so that I know if you like this type of content on my channel. So let's jump right into it. Let me explain how I named the tier list. We have the first one, which is the superior tier, which is basically figures which are amazing, over the top. They are superior to all the other figures. I don't expect too many figures here. So these are the ultra plus, because everything about them is just perfect. They are superior in every way. Then we come to the amazing awesome figures, which are basically that. They are amazing and awesome. Followed by beautiful but, which means they are beautiful figures, don't get me wrong, but something is amiss. Something is not right. Be it the paint job, be it the sculpt, be it something else, or even something is missing. They will go here. And I think the majority of all the figures will probably end up in this clad. Then we come to the couldn't care less, which sounds really mean, but it just means they are just not there. They are missing so much. They are not nearly as possible. There will probably still be people who would love, or who will love, these couldn't care less figures, but in my opinion, or more like, I try to be as objectively as possible, they are just not noteworthy. And the last one is don't look, which are the figures which are absolutely horrible, be it whatever reason. We will talk about it if we come to such a figure, and I don't expect too many figures here, because I don't want to be too harsh on figures, because I think even if I wouldn't like figures or think they have major flaws, there can be people out there who love them, and I don't want to be mean about these figures. And so yeah, that's it for my tier list. So let's start into it with our 159 figures. And the first one is this one, it's an Azur Lane figure. Cute, nice. The sculpt was pretty good, but the shading is lacking in some points, especially on the skins, and I also thought that the sculpture of her skin or of her body was not there. So this is beautiful, but missing something. The same with the next one, also an Azur Lane figure. Still a beautiful figure, but again, the same issues. It's by Alice Glint, so it comes to beautiful, but the next one is also in this category. It's this beautiful girl, which it's like, which I don't know, but it's missing something in her skin tone or probably in her hair, which has not so much, so we will put her in beautiful, but it's missing something. The next one is from this My Maid Summer is kind of weird, something like this. I'm not quite sure how the series is called, but she looks amazing with her dark skin. Very good shading job here. I also love how her hair turned out. Her pose is dynamic. The only thing that I would critique is probably the base, which is non-existent, but overall an amazing and awesome figure. So the next one is this Rent-A-Girlfriend figure in a bikini, and I have to say, which will happen to a lot of bikini figures, I couldn't care less, simply because there's not much going on. And if the sculpt of the anatomical details is not there, what is there to this figure? I think her hair looks fine, but everything else is lackluster, and I personally don't see any appeal in it, and maybe that's subjective and not objective, but I will put her and couldn't care less. No, actually her hair sculpt and also the folds on the swimsuit are actually looking quite good. So she is beautiful, but has a belly button sculpted in, which is impossible in my opinion, so I don't know why they put that here. And then we come to an interesting looking figure. Again, has no anatomical detail whatsoever. I don't even know where this is from. She looks good, so beautiful, but the next one is, I think, another Rent-A-Girlfriend. What I'm not sure. No, actually she is from Snafu, and she looks fine. Nothing spectacular, just fine. Although the next one, I always find her weird looking. That's one of the series where she won't leave me alone, and I think it's the sister of her, and she looks oddly weird. All her figures always look oddly weird. I don't know if it's because she has her bangs in front of her face. Anyway, she's in a devil outfit. Yeah, couldn't care less. There's no anatomical detail on her body, and the proportions look a little bit off. Probably a great addition to everyone who loves the series. Personally, I see no appeal in it, but yeah. Moving on, we have a Yu-Gi-Oh card figure, which they now do. Looks fine, nothing spectacular here. The next one was a surprise for me because announcement is 2 years old, and finally we got from Freight Grand Order the sculpt from Abigail in the heroic spirit traveling outfit. Super glad, love this. She looks adorable, just hate the base, so we are beautiful but an awful base. The next one are from Fantasy Star Online 2. Summer Vacation of Jean and Annette, and followed by Akhtar and Khorshid. I have no idea. Sorry if I butchered the name. They're both in summer outfits. All four look very cute, very stunning. Love the maritime theme, especially on these two. Beautiful, but nothing amazing. Then we have another Azur Lane figure. Again, stunning, but missing something. And what she's missing is, it's the anatomical details. It's a very beautiful figure, don't get me wrong. Really, I'm just probably a little bit too harsh on them. And we got the next one from the KDA line where this beautiful fox girl and the other one just went up for pre-order, and it's one of these beautiful, but as the other two, she's just missing some finesse on her scalp work, but stunning colors, stunning. Then we have a Necopara figure of Chocolate and Vanilla in wedding dresses, and they are looking at each other, and you have to buy them obviously as a set. Beautiful, very simple figures, so beautiful, but because mainly I have an issue with that they are looking at each other and not at me, and I kinda like my flare Necoparas more. This makes sense. The next one should be other lane figures again. All three of them, no idea who they are, but all the other lane figures are very beautiful, but they just don't meet the end. They're just missing some colors, some sculpt, like her hair could, because her hair obviously needs a little bit more shading, as do the other two. The next figure goes immediately into this you don't look tier, simply because I hate this pose, this jack-o'-lantern pose. It's awful. I don't know who designed this, and I think it belongs to this character from this game, and I know a lot of people love this. Personally, I absolutely hate this, so this is subjective, but I put her in the don't look because it's so degenerating. I really have an issue with this pose. So sorry to everyone who loved this. I absolutely hate it with a passion. So going from the worst to the absolutely best, we have a Hatsune Miku from Star Shadow Magic. And if you don't know, this Snow Miku is actually a rabbit and absolutely adorable. I wanted to have her art style. She did all of the Vocaloid characters in the style. It would be nice if Apex would do all the other characters because they're all animal winter themed. They look so adorable, and so seeing this Miku as a figure, it's a must buy. It's a superior figure. Again, subjectively speaking, it's not really objectively, but she looks so adorable. Her twin tails are bunny ears, and she looks so cute singing into her microphone, and the bass. Everything about this figure is just fantastic, and you can come at me, you can discuss this with me, but I stand by my point. This is a superior figure. The next is, I think, a Girls Frontline figure. Not 100% sure, but she is actually pretty beautiful. The artwork is exactly like this, but honestly, she looks so plasticky that I would put her in the couldn't care less section, simply because her boobs and everything looks so plasticky. It doesn't even create the illusion that it would be an actual human, or it wouldn't be a plastic figure. I don't know what kind of material they used. This one looks so plasticky, and maybe it's just the photos, and when the prototype pictures or the pre-order pictures come out, maybe she will look better, but for now she comes in this class. The next one is something for people who like feet. And she turned out on her feet, and the colors really nice. I love the colors, and her socks have a very nice shading. I love the flowiness of her hair, but in the end the dress looks very plasticky, and also her hair could use a little bit more shading, so she goes into beautiful, but no, off she goes. The next one is one from Union Creative, and she is Kay, but her face is absolutely nothing near the artwork, so she comes into the couldn't care less. The next one is Elsa figure. Again, amazing base, and seemingly the only figure from the series from fairy tale that gets figures regularly. She looks stunning. I love her effect pieces, I have to say. Her pose looks dynamic, but something is missing. So she is beautiful, but like I said, I think most of them will end here because a lot of the figures are very beautiful. They're just missing some minor details. The next figure is rather disappointing. The sculpt is lacking and her hoodie is not nearly as fluffy as it should be in this kind of figure. So yeah, she couldn't care less. Very disappointing. And the next one is Girls Frontline, if I remember correctly. Beautiful, very beautiful, especially her hair sculpt, but something is missing. Just a little bit, I think. The next one is a Kurumi figure, which has an amazing scalp. The shading looks also very awesome, so I would give her say this is an awesome Kurumi figure. So the people who love to collect Kurumi, you can be happy with this one, I think. The next one is from QSQ, and all the figures are beautiful, but I think they are all lacking something. So let me just put them here. Now the next two figures are from Gridman Universe, and I know nothing about the series. These two girls look very fashionable and very cool, but they're also lacking in something, so I'm kind of torn between putting them into beautiful but or couldn't care less, because actually the sculpt of their outfit is very good and the hair, but somehow, yeah, just let us put them into beautiful but, because there's something missing. There's something missing about them, but otherwise look pretty good, I think. Then we have, I think, another Lane figure. It's okay. It's nothing overwhelming or underwhelming about her. She's just okay. And then we have a figure set which I have to say look very awesome. First off, I love that they were put together in Your Lie in April, I think, and both of them have been very good sculpt. I have to say, I love that you can put them together, that you not only get the heroine but also the hero, or the main character guy and the main character female. So I put them in awesome because they really look awesome, I have to say. I love how they did the hair, the sculpt of their clothes, the colors, and just an awesome figure pair. The next one is beautiful, but kinda, the sculpt is not bad, it's not good either, and they did the droplets of her sweat 3D, which I find kind of funny, but something is missing. The next one was a real disappointment for me, and these are the Mimiois as Lane 1/4 figures. I don't know if it's just the photo, but I was really disappointed with her. She looks okay. Kinda have hoped a little bit more from the colors and the sculpt, and yeah, kinda disappointing. So she's beautiful, no questions asked, but something is missing. Maybe it's really the photo, and another one would look better. And the problem with the little milk girl, with the little cowgirl, is what did they do to her skin? Why is it so glossy? Has she oil on her body? I love her hair sculpt, I love her expression, but her whole body looks so shiny, and this makes it so plasticky again. So it's a beautiful figure, but has definitely problems. The next one is another little succubus girl. Looks beautiful. The sculpt is not nearly intricate enough, so beautiful it goes. Then we have a fake Grand Order Berserker figure, I think. She's okay. Nothing. No, actually, she looks rather couldn't care less. She has not nearly enough sculpt on her body. Again, it's always the problem. If you put them in a bikini, give them enough sculpture on their anatomical details, otherwise it will look flat like it does here. And then we have the figure from Shangri-La Frontier, which is Arthur. I think she was called Arthur. And I have to say this series is amazing. I just watched the anime. I kind of feel her face is a little bit off, but that could just be because I know her in the anime and there she looked fantastic. Maybe that's more after the manga, I have no idea, I haven't read this, but stunning. It looks just like the character, just her face is a little bit off and the base is a little plain. So here we go. The next one is, I think, one of the Idol Masters. First off, I love the colors, I love the apple theme, looks cute, needs a lot more depth in their sculpting and a little bit more shading, so beautiful. But then we have a pair of Full Metal Alchemist, which would be Roy Mustang, and I forgot his name. Was it Tetch? Tharsh? I don't know. Overall, they look so derpy. I don't know if it's accurate to the manga art illustration, but I have to say their faces are really off, but otherwise they look fine. So I don't know if I should put them in beautiful, but yeah, let's put them there. They are made figures and they actually look pretty good. Their price is horrendous and their faces are very derpy. The next one is a Liz Marin Kitagawa, a Liz version of Marin Kitagawa in her cosplay, and basically she is just okay. Her face is not accurate, so beautiful she goes. I still think the Liz version that I unboxed on my channel, check it out if you want to, is still the best Liz version that exists for now. Then we got a Neko, a Kimono Nini girl in a Neko and a twin tail cat girl version. Looks fine, looks a little bit dirty, but could be the colors, so beautiful it is. And one of which is by the artist Adanagi. Personally, I think it doesn't look as good as other Adanagi figures. It's kind of missing the actual Adanagi flair, so still a beautiful figure, but clearly missing the Adanagi flair. The next one is stunning. It's an awesome figure. The hair sculpt, the plants, her dress, the shading, everything is amazing. I don't know which series this was from, I think Idol Masters or whatever, but this is an awesome figure, at least, or it's the editing from the photo that was taken, I don't know, but this is an awesome figure. The next one is a Riser figure, looks fine, and these two I couldn't care less. These are swimsuit figures. This one is even, it don't look, in my opinion, because something about her proportions is way off, and I don't know if it's the pose, the photo it was taken, but for now it looks really awful. And the other one is a swimsuit figure, nothing spectacular, and again we have a belly button in a swimsuit, which isn't possible. You have no vacuum in this swimsuit. So I personally don't like it, and I will always critique it if manufacturer will do this. I know certain people will love it, and that's okay. It's kind of annoying if I see this. Another swimsuit figure, but amazing hair sculpt, and the anatomical detail is there, at least from what I can see a little bit. So this one is a beautiful figure, even though it's a swimsuit. It's mostly because of the hair. The hair is amazing. Love the fine strands. The next one is also very beautiful. Love the hair gradient and the way they have sculpted her dress. There's also a swimsuit version of this one. Here it is. Here's her swimsuit version, which is not even there. Again, it's because it's a swimsuit. I don't see the appeal, but I know there are some people who love it. Yeah, again, you see a belly button where there shouldn't be a belly button. Anyway, the next one is one of my favorites from this one hobby, and it's this neat cat girl made. Love her cleavage, love the little plush dust remover, however it's called in English. Love her pose, love everything about it. It's just that her skin is not nearly enough shaded, and all the scalp should be a little bit deeper and a bit more shading. But otherwise, it's a beautiful figure. So beautiful, but we have a figure in underwear, in lingerie. A beautiful hair sculpt. Love the shading of the hair. Again, we are missing a bit of sculpt in her body, proportions and everything. But it's another fade figure of Jeanne d'Arc, if I remember. Looks fine. Two more swimsuit figures, which are meh, to be honest. Sorry, I'm so sorry that I'm doing this to all the swimsuit figures, but they are really nothing special about them. The next one, beautiful. Don't even know what. I think it was a VTuber, I think. Looks cute with her tail and everything. Also, beautiful. Beautiful. This one is pretty amazing because you can floating above the ground. Love her price. Love the way this one is constructed. Very cute, nice idea. I just love the idea of her sitting on a swing, and she's really swinging. Wouldn't know where to put her, honestly, but nice. Then we got another Anme cosplay, this time in a lingerie wedding kind of sister outfit. Don't know how it's called again. Looks fine like the other one, but yeah, wouldn't say that's superior figure. I do think her wings would need a little bit more shading. They are just plainly white, and I also don't like the shine of her skin. But otherwise, this is a beautiful figure. And we have another swimsuit figure. This one is rather bad because her hair is not even touching the floaty. So we have sculpt issues here already by the prototype. Wouldn't expect the final product to be better than this. Then we have Moderate. Looks fine. It's okay. Same with the next one. It's from the artist Neko. And it's kind of disappointing in a way because I don't get the typical Neko feel from this figure. Kind of expected more from it. She still looks very cute, and I can't wait to see the official promo pictures when she's up for release, but she doesn't even have a base, so it's kind of a mid-tier figure for now. Then we got a John, also totally fine figure. This one looks okay. I don't like how they did her hair. Her hair is basically missing shading, but overall the shading is better than her sister figure, which is this one with the hoodie. She looks better than her at least. Then we got the twin figure of the Rosen Maiden, the twin dolls, and they look good. They look so good. I love their shading. That's an awesome figure duo. They are kind of thin, but then again they are dolls, and this base and everything with the cross. And I stopped reading this manga after 2 volumes or something like this, but they look stunning. I love how they are portrayed here. Junjun, nothing spectacular, but at least they tried with the base. Then we have a figure which I personally absolutely adore, but I can't give her more than beautiful because basically love the base, love the Halloween theme, love her colors, but her hair is way too blocky and the shading is not nearly enough. There's just some gradient in it, just minor issues. She still looks very cute, love her, but just not there. Then we got another other lane figure, very flowing hair. Again, another bikini, but she looks at least good. And we got the Nekomimi figure, or not Nekomimi, I don't know which animal this is supposed to be. But she's a maid. She has a broom. She looks cute. But There's also something missing in her scalp. Especially the tail looks rather lumpy and not nearly as fluffy as it should be when you compare it to the art. Then we got another figure duo, which on the first glance don't look bad. They are rather cute, but also something missing, and I can't put my finger there what exactly it is. But I think it's probably the proportions to each other, because one is very small and the other one is very big in various ways. And although their faces are similar, I think it's the proportion of the big girl. They are way too exaggerated. But I love the wings, they're colorful, the way they've propped them up, so I think you can probably buy them separately and also together, but together they don't look as harmonious as I would love them to, I think. So they are beautiful, but something is amiss. The next one has amazing tight shading, which makes it appear like real tights, the very thin ones. Stunning. The more up you go on this figure, the less it becomes. So it's beautiful, but not quite there. This one is the same, looks kind of cute, but somehow it's missing something. Also a very cute swimsuit figure with the floaty of the whale. Overall, the composition with the base makes it so much better than the other swimsuit figures. So cute. The same with this one, cute little fellow, but nothing spectacular in it. Then we got another Azulane, which have a deep need of deeper sculpt in her tail, because they look just like plastic chunks on the back of her. And we got another superior figure. This another Miku. Why are these just Mikus? But this Miku is amazing, stunning, and the whole composition, the effect pieces, her hair, the colors of her hair, her expression is top notch. And this figure is extravagant. It has an awful price, but oh my gosh, this is a centerpiece Miku figure. And you either like the type of art style, because she's really thin and legs and arms are really long, but personally I think the whole composition of this figure is superior to a lot of others. And maybe it's a personal opinion, but the way they have sculpted her hair around her, the way she is in movement while stringing the guitar, I think everything about this figure is really superior. Then we have another Nier Automata figure. Looks good. Can't critique anything, so it's an amazing and awesome figure. This one is okay, another swimsuit, but lacking in a few departments. But at least they tried with the base, which looks kind of funny. A reverse bunny figure without the bunny ears looks okay, is kind of missing something. I think there will be people who like this. I think her hair needs a little more refinement overall, but stunning nonetheless. This one is, I think, another Azulane figure, and her overall outfit is really good, except you have this awful line on her shirt where her bust is, which makes it so obvious that it's an extra piece of plastic that it's really disturbing the whole enjoyment of the figure. And also her hair is just cut off at the bottom and they just left it as a block, and it's awful. It's awful. It doesn't look immersive enough. You can't immerse yourself into this figure. You just have this flat ending of her hair and this very cross border on top of her trousers. So yeah, they kind of missed it. Otherwise she looks stunning. This one is beautiful, has a very big base, which is kind of useless, but okay, it's okay. Again, very beautiful, needs a little bit more sculpt on there, on the anatomical details here. This one is a freeing Azulane figure, love the hair, but that's it. And I don't know if they can keep it up because the anatomical details are missing. This one is plain as heck, so it goes here. I've seen better wedding dress figures than this one, and love to do There are so many figures out there. Is it still popular? Anyway, the dress is boring, needs more shading, has not deep enough scalp, so couldn't care less. These two Neon Genesis Evangelion figures look amazing. Both girls have a broken back, or at least are straining to stand how they're standing. Love what they did with the hair, looks really nice. Could be worse in the end product, but for now this promo pic is stunning. Another figure duo which is just missing something, can't put my fingers on. I think especially the girl with the blonde hair needs a lot more shading in her hair and a lot more sculpting in her hair. Otherwise they look okay, just not a fan of the overall reverse bunny style. So the next one is from DM Smile, and basically it's still a beautiful figure but has nothing of the charm of D Smile's artwork, so it's a rather disappointment. But yeah, it's fine. The same with the recall figures of these two. Love that they match each other. Stunning but simple. This one of Rimuru and the other guy I never watched, but I was reincarnated as a slime. But this is an awesome figure. The composition of all three, Ranga I think is wolf, then Rimuru, and I have no idea how the demon guy, I have no idea how the demon guy is called, but this figure looks really awesome, and you get 3 figures in one for probably a very high price. But this is an awesome figure. I love the sculpt work, I love the painting, I love the composition, and yeah, really awesome. The two sisters of One Punch Man look good, but somehow they are missing a bit, and I think their hairs, both of the hairs are a little bit too plasticky in my eye. And next we have one of Salty Gear. This looks awesome. Love her pose, love the effect pieces around it, even though they look a little bit plasticky, but overall your eyes are drawn to her face and her jacket, and that's all that matters, because that's top notch. Love how it looks, really love it. This one has a severe lack of sculpt in her hair, and I think it's really bad how they did her hair. And I think the problem is you see it especially bad because there's white and black, and these two colors clash with each other and highlight every bad thing. So having this bland sculpt of her hair makes the figure so much worse than it actually is, because I think the sculpt of her body and everything is actually pretty good, but the hair is just making it so much worse. So she's beautiful, but her hair really needs a redo. Speaking of hair, he's cut off in this crop image, but this male figure is awful. The only reason why it's not in the Don't Look is because his body is done good. They did a great job on his body sculpt, but the hair is so plasticky. You see that it's plastic put on top of his head, and I have no idea which fandom this is, and it doesn't matter. His body proportion is funny enough, but the hair is so bad. It's so bad. Then we got another Love Life figures. They always look good, but that's it. This also Lane figure is also good, but somehow missing something. She's just missing some shading in her white dress, but I guess you can't really do much on a white dress, to be honest. The next figure is plain, so I couldn't care less. Could be the art style of the series of Bocchi the Rock, and maybe it's good, but I think the sculpt of her outfit could be deeper, and overall it's so plain. It's so plain. It's not even beautiful anymore. Sorry. The next one is another bikini figure and a swim and a floaty. At least the hair is good. So let's put her hair. And the next two of Madoka and I forgot her name in these beautiful kimonos from Furyu. The only problem I have with these figures is always the price, because if you go to Yoshi Takura, or however the manufacturer of the kimonos, which is real fabric, then you can get even their dolls. The highest quality doll is even half the price what they're asking for these kind of figures. And I have to say, Fuyu always does an awful job in sculpting the hair, and it's no different with these two, or the third one from Monogatari, or Baka no Monogatari, don't know exactly. Also, I love the umbrella, and the kimonos are always very beautiful. It's just that the actual figure in it is always so lacking. The next is a beautiful Kurumi bunny, but nothing spectacular in comparison to all the other bunny Kurumis. So yeah, but she looks good. I love the kimono, how they've sculpted it. The next figure has also a very interesting sculpt in the way they support this figure with the ice bunny there. Smart idea. Looks good. Looks good. The same with this one. Looks also very good. Just missing a bit of shading. And let's put the Kurumi figure here as well. Same as the other two. And then we got, I don't know their name. It's the XDD It. Don't know. But they are awesome. I love these more than all the other figures they have done of them. Love the composition, how he's doing his hair. No, it looks awesome. Really awesome. Love the sculpt work. If they can pull it off. Wow, crazy amazing. Then we got the 4 girls of Ruby, or RBYJ. Don't know how it's. They look good, but not all of them. Though, because we're already recording and we still have so many figures left, let's do a speed run. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Not so good. Beautiful. It not so good. Mainly because both of them have derpy faces. I don't know what they did with this Asuna. No idea. This Miko is surprisingly adorable. Love it. Such soft colors. Awesome figure. Up she goes. This kind of figure is rather disappointing. There are 2 of her versions. I just put in one of them because they're basically the same, just with horns and without horns. And I think they're true to the art, but somehow they're nothing amazing. There are cuter kind of figures out there. Amazing samurai. No, Ronin. Is it the Ronin? I think it's a Ronin figure. They did an amazing job. Love the gold plating. This Asuna is good as well. That's okay. That's a meh, simply because something is so amiss here. The sculpt of her hair is okay, but that's it. And Neko Kurumi, cute half-dressed Raftalia is okay. This one is plain. So couldn't care less. This one is a disappointment. She's still beautiful, but I don't know, the Aniplex Marin figure is still better than this one from Max Factory, which is kind of disappointing. She's still beautiful, but the hair could have needed so much more sculpting. We have a big seam line on top of her head, so yeah, it's really disappointing. I love her face though, and the pose, but yeah, could have been better. This one is an awesome figure. So up she goes. This one is so bad, but so bad. Yeah, so bad. Like her hair, I think it's the first scale figure, because the other figures they had were just downright something like Figmas. They didn't do a good job on this, I have to say. She's rather bad. This one is okay. Cat girl in a weird pose, also beautiful, but somehow missing something. This one is beautiful as well. Ikokutosen, I think, but the sculpt could be deep. This one is an awesome figure. Awesome figure. The busted, awesome skin tone. Maybe a little bit too orange, but otherwise awesome figure. This one is, well, this is a superior figure. She looks stunning. Don't like this outfit at all, but the sculpt of her body, her expression, her hair, you can't tell if it's a female, a male, or whatever, and I love it. I love it. This figure is awesome. Love how you see that her outfit is kind of like latex and awesome. Awesome. Just amazing how this one turned out. The next one is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The awesome little mushroom girls, beautiful. Is it missing something? Yeah, because the colors of her hair and dress are not nearly as there as with the original artwork. But otherwise, super cute. Love them. No, actually, let's make her awesome. I love these mushroom girls. It's subjective, not objective. Anyway, awesome figure. This one is couldn't care less simply because something about this figure is so missing that it's downright not good. Like, her dress is awful. I don't like how she's standing and what she's even doing there. Yeah, don't know. Oshinoko looks okay. Next one is the egg, which everyone was waiting for. Looks okay. Nothing spectacular. Same with the next one. Looks okay. This one is downright bad because the sculpt of the two girls, Lycros Recall, don't know, never watched it, is not good. I've seen other figures of them and I would recommend them more than this one from eStream because this one is rather disappointing in a lot of ways. In contrast, these two, Asuna and the little sister of the main guy, look awesome. The same with Megumin. Awesome! Megumin and whatever the other girl was called again, I forgot. Also, this Megumin is especially nice, so she gets put up to an awesome state simply because the colors are nice. I love the composition of this one. A lot of Megumin figures are very nice. This is okay. The same with this one. Plain but okay. This one is awesome as well, but missing some points because she's wearing a bikini. A technical girl in a bikini is not amazing, and she's also missing some sculpt work in her anatomical details. This one is fine, but the effect parts are too plasticky. Not so amazing as the other one. This one is fine. This one is also fine, even though it's bikini, but love the aesthetic of this one and the details they have. Love to do, okay. This one is a funny figure. She's shouting. It's like an actual, like a manga panel, just put as a figure. Kind of funny. Love it. Nice idea. And we are down to the last three. Another kind of cat girl. Looks cute. Up we go. Another lane figure that's rather disappointing, but looks fine anyway. And a very beautiful Miko figure, which I would have put her up to awesome, but basically her dress is very plain, very white, very not beautiful. So, but her hair and the flowiness and the whole composition otherwise is stunning. It's just her white dress is too white. Like the shadows, there should be more shadows, and I think there are no shadows, and for natural shadows, the sculpt is not deep enough. So she's beautiful, but... So anyway, we did it! Looking at the whole tier, don't think everything is in focus or in frame, simply because it's so much. I hope you enjoyed it. It was long enough. I will catch you in the next one, which will be a little surprise. Anyway, thank you for watching. Tell me what are your highlights of this one hobby. There were so many figures, and I will catch you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.